Hello and welcome back to All Under Heaven. A couple of things from the comments first. First thing, what does this button do? Well, when you click it, it opens this. There you go, that's what that button does. Next one, what does influence career do? Does it allow you to switch somebody between civilian and martial careers? Nope. All it does is increase candidate score for appointment succession, depending on how much influence you're willing to spend. This existed before celestial bureaucracy, so this existed as part of the administration stuff for Byzantines, so it's not going to do anything with anything that's new. So there you go. And then the next one is, what's up with our dynastic cycle and division? And people have been reading the wiki and all sorts of stuff. We know exactly what this does based upon how it's written. The problem is, how it's written doesn't make a ton of sense, at least to me, but here is what should happen as written. Now, I would assume, by the way, and this is what I've been working on the assumption of, that the pro-you movement is worth investing in, because I'm assuming that because they, are pro-us, this must be good, right, for us. Now, it might not be the case, but that is an assumption that I've been making because it makes some level of sense. It might not be the case. Either way, it is still going to be useful for us to keep people in because we get bonuses for it being the favored movement, right? We get a 20 yearly drift for it being the favored movement and the favored era's expansion, right? We get this plus 20 yearly drift. And having more people in a political movement is good because the more people that you can have in a political movement, the more people, or the more chance you have of having a good debater within the movement, which means that you're more likely to win debates, so we don't have to take a penalty each time we want to keep it as the favored movement, right? So in general, it's good. But division could be terrible for us. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work in practice until we do one, but division as written, we will go through. Hegemony of China title is destroyed and the former son of heaven is deposed. So, the way this is written, again, it might not be the way that it works, is immediately upon this happening, this title stops existing. So we become the king of Huanan, right? We immediately get deposed, meaning that our title should pass to our player heir, right? Our player heir being Yu Yanci. So, that would then mean that he'd have two kingdoms. That's one interpretation of it. The other interpretation is that it would go... Actually, it's primogeniture on the title anyway. I was going to say it would go via what's it called? Acclamation succession, but actually it doesn't matter. It still gets primogeniture on the title. So yes, if we're deposed, all of our titles should now pass to our son. This includes the duchy, this includes the family title, all of this should pass to our son, right? According to how it's written. Empire and kingdom tier titles in the de jure hierarchy are also destroyed. Their holders have their power, or if their holders have power lower than 350 and 100 respectively. So he would get to keep his two kingdoms because he is somebody who has a personal power of 415, right? So he would get to keep his two kingdoms. Okay. Yeah, because he only needs 100 for kingdoms anyway. Then, independent rulers, which will either be an empire, kingdom, or duchy tier ruler, depending on how things play out, will swear fealty, assuming it's swear fealty if they're a higher or equal tier title to the person, or pay tribute to their elders, and again, I'm assuming it's going to be elders first, then movement leaders. So, if we look at Yu Yanci, his elder is us. We should be unlanded, so he shouldn't be able to pay tribute to us. So I'm assuming it would then move to movement leader. And assuming that the pro-Yu movement doesn't have any benefits for us, which it doesn't say it does based upon how it's written, he would then swear fealty to this dude. Or he would then pay tribute, to this dude. Because he couldn't swear fealty because this dude's a duke. Right? That is how it's written. And then every independent ruler will join the other ruler's participant group. So our guy will be a double king with pretty much everybody in the realm paying tribute to this guy. In fact, I think literally everybody would pay tribute because the lowest tier title that could exist would be a... Well, there might be a few counties, but pretty much everyone else is going to be a duchy, right? So, pretty much all dukes would then pay tribute to this guy because they couldn't be his vassal. And that's what's going to happen. This guy's going to end up with a ton of tributes, according to how it's written. Now, I would naturally assume that the pro-U movement would have some benefit for the U dynasty that's currently in charge, but maybe it doesn't. I have no idea until we actually hit that era. Now, what would be best for us is us just never hitting that era, right? If we never hit that era, that's great, because then we get to keep our land, and we're about 1,035 points away from that. The problem is, they still have ticking war score. They still have a ticking war score due to our legitimacy level being below 7. We should be fixing that right now. If we fix that right now, that helps us a lot, because it's no longer will it be ticking towards us. There shouldn't be anything that ticks towards us at that point, right? Like, this won't automatically move, which means that power swaying will move it by 15, and factions will move it by 50. And those will be the main things, unless we get an apocalyptic plague. If we get apocalyptic plague, we're screwed, but I mean, I don't really know what we can do about that, right? Like, we can't control that. Now, if we have a look here, there are some things that we could do that would potentially help us. I should maybe have a look at Sinici's area, because if we do some stuff with Sinici's area, we could potentially, like, lower this significantly. That would be good. Beyond that, our yearly drift pro-U movement is the favored movement. It is the favored movement. Wait a second. Pro-U has been the favored movement for ages, but this hasn't been pushing away from division. Wait a second. We should have been getting a 15 yearly drift here. In fact, we know this is bugged, because if we look here, yearly drift, pro-U movement is favored movement, or favored era is expansion. I guess favored era is expansion is triggering. It is triggering, but pro-U is the favored movement. So that should be doing this. So we should actually be getting we should be getting 15 every year for that, but we're not. Okay. Contribution to establish control by someone other than the Huangdi or his ministers. That's interesting. So it looks if I create some Sinici's projects and some established control projects, we might be able to get a little bit of drift away from division. Yeah, it's probably worth doing, but anyway. Oh, and once our legitimacy level hits, then we'll be getting a -10 every year, which will definitely help. When can we next shape the dynastic cycle? 3 years. In the 3 years, we can get a 75 swing. So if we can survive 3 years, we're in a really, really good spot. We just need to survive that long. So, that's roughly where we're at. So, something terrible could happen and knock this over the edge right now, but if we can survive, we're good. Let's maybe have a look at these grand projects while we're here, actually, just while I'm looking at it. So we have a Sinici's area that's ongoing, so I'll finish in 5 years, so that's going to take too long. Establish control, so requirements not met, you're not already planning it. Okay, I can do an established control, though. Where has low control? Control map mode. Down here has low control. Okay. Let's create a raised control over here, then. Where are we? It is... Also, I can do local arbitration right now. That increases my legitimacy level. Yo, I should have that ticked 100% of the time. Yeah, this is good. It's just great. It gives me inspired levies for 10 years. Doesn't matter, but my legitimacy is now 7. Wonderful. So that is actually huge for us. That is incredibly big. Yeah, that's a great situation for us to be in. Okay. What was I doing? I came in here for a completely different reason. I was going to do a control thing here. That's in here. Projects. Establish control. I need a lot more of this. I need 7,320. Okay. You can't hold it down. Okay, well, I'm going to keep clicking. There goes all of our money. That's fine. That should be enough, right? Oh, no, one more. Cool. I choose here. Wonderful. Now, hopefully people can contribute. They will contribute. Wait, do you have enough? No? Okay. I can request that he contributes. You? I request that you contribute. Request that you contribute. Request that you contribute. Let's see what happens. Does that actually work? Also, I'm at war currently. Need to raise some troops somewhere. Where do we reckon the armies are that I have to deal with? Maybe down here? Yeah, where's the rally point? No idea. How about we go for here right now and then we'll figure it out in a minute. Right. So they have now contributed to that, right? Let me have a look. How did that even work? How did they contribute if they have no money? So this guy currently contributed. Oh, he actually does have treasury. Never mind. That guy had the treasury. Is this the guy I asked previously? He doesn't have treasury. Anyway, did that move it away from division? Let's have a look. Did that work? That moved it 10 away from division. Hey, okay. Wait a second, where are we? Actually just trying to... Yeah, there we go. 10. Fantastic. So that is actually a huge way of doing it. Okay, where's our army? Here. So you've just invested. Okay, so have you. Okay. So have you. Apparently they all had the treasury for it. I thought they didn't, but maybe I was paying attention to the wrong thing. Anyway, that's all done now. So that's now going to raise control over there, which is cool. And now means that we have moved 40 away from division, which means it's a little less dangerous. We're no longer 150 away, which is a dangerous point given that there are multiple things that give 50. Let's go. Capital examination is going on. The audio is struggling. Struggling a lot. Oh, do you hear that crunch? Let's go slow speed. Let's see if we can... Oh no, that is struggling. I don't have anything else open, do I? Nothing that should be causing it to struggle. Let me just see. Interesting. I'm just curious about what's maxing out here. Yeah, so if I go onto here... So my GPU is at 56% and my CPU is at 15%. And I have like 90 gig of memory left. So I have no idea what's causing the audio to go wild. It's not a hardware issue. Let's do this one. Okay. Right, carrying on. Yeah. Get opinion. Martial lifestyle perk. Let's grab soldiers of lesser fortune. What am I missing? Missing a grand marshal. So that's gonna go to gonna go to my concubine. That'd be wild. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is wild. Okay. Let's put you in charge there. Right. Clear that out and let's go. Jade in the Rough. As expected with the large amount of entrants this examination, a number of lowborns attempted to rise to the occasion. Ling Fao, his name, despite his rugged demeanor, I must admit he shows exceptional promise. I can keep an eye on this guy. Sure, why not? That seems okay. Ling Fu, probably. Huangdi or nobody. Okay, this guy stands out as a promising figure. Don't want the examiners to know? Sure, why not? Large granary complete. This guy would like to bribe me. I'll take a bribe. That's okay. Right, here. We can't upgrade this any further. Why not? Does not have the grand estate building. Fair enough. I can upgrade my thing here, though. There was something that was blocking us from getting Gate of Glory, wasn't it? Was it not number of disciples or something? think it was, but I guess one of my children must have enough disciples now. Not that one. That one has no disciples, in fact. Huh. Interesting. Wonder if any of my children do. You have 3 of 6. We have another child, right? Yeah, you. 4 of 6. I don't know. Maybe it's because they have 10 overall or something? I don't know. Anyway. We should probably get some more disciples at some point, but... yeah, we have another child. But with the way it's written, it doesn't actually matter whether we get any more disciples. Because it says that they'll swear fealty to their... to their elder. But... although they'll pay swear fealty or pay tribute, we've been deposed, so we won't have any land, so they can't. In theory. The way it's written. But that's what I'm saying, the way it's written doesn't make a ton of sense, right? If it works that way, I still don't think it makes a ton of sense. This person tried to cheat. Okay, I'll let the examiners worry about that. Oh, my concubine joined my war. That's nice. Sleeping on duty. Let's grab ourselves some legitimacy. My forward scout has made me a massive disease boost, like, pedestal item. That's pretty cool. Ooh, gained legitimacy from tribute. That's nice. Tribute from this guy. Wait, he pays me tribute? Wait, does he? Oh, that's... whatever. That's nice. Nice of him to pay me tribute. Oh, he went on a tribute mission and paid tribute at my court. I guess that doesn't necessarily mean he is my, like, tributary. I think it just means he paid me tribute for some reason. Best known to himself. Also, Horse Lord here. I just want to make sure I have a successor. I don't, so I'll search for one. Oh, a forward scout. I was thinking there. She didn't say concubine next to her name, so she is now our concubine as well. Right, in here... I'm going to get rid of the scepter, and I'm going to replace the scepter with... that. There we go. Now, it perfectly does not match, but there you go. Right. It does give us a massive disease boost countering thing, which is good. Yeah, people were also talking about health here. As far as I'm aware, the way it works in CK3 is if your health is not... like, if your health is fine, you will not die of natural causes, right? If your health drops, you can then die of natural causes. You can still obviously die from an event at any time. Anything could happen. But the actual natural causes events will not get you. We're even further secured because we have the Know Thyself perk. So we know that we cannot die of natural causes without a warning of at least a year. Which means that, you know, we're not worried about it in the slightest until that warning appears. So, yeah. Anyway. Just thought that was worth saying because people were talking about it. Right, head down this way. Go beat him up. Most esteemed gathering. So, this guy impressed everybody. He gets 2,000 merit and we get some legitimacy. Nice. Okay. Tribute eunuch. You'd like to give me a eunuch. That's fine. I do actually need a new eunuch at some point. But we can make him an examiner. Sure, why not? That sounds fine. Handsome servant. You would like to give me another person as a servant. Wow. Okay. Sure, I'll say yes. Also, people just giving people to me and saying, hey, do you want a new servant? I'm like, I guess so. Hey, I can upgrade this again. Nice. What were the things blocking us from upgrading it? No idea. Anyway, we'll get another one. Reciting the annals. Okay. So I increase my renown and get more legitimacy plus some learning lifestyle experience, or some legitimacy plus... oh, plus everybody else gets these things. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I'll take the renown. Definitely. Bell chimes. There we go. Right, chase him down. Wait, over here. Right, some people passed, some people didn't. That's okay. I'm trying to do war and the events at the same time, which is a little distracting. Hey, one passed, one failed. That's okay. Declare war on Great Liao. Worry about that later. Right. Yeah, this must be the last army left, right? It says they have 51,000 troops left. Where are there 51,000 troops? They've 2,000... Yeah, I don't see where their 51,000 troops are. Okay, another person was just made out of nowhere who can now become Horse Lord. Let's move our rally point here and just raise troops. Right. Raise all of our troops together. Merge. Wait, was I looking at defenders? I was looking at attackers. So where's the rest of their army? Oh, it's over here. Oh, okay, I see. Let's go get it. Right. Was a little confused. I need to appoint a worthy successor. It's going to be that guy. Create a new duchy, apparently. That's nice. Send you to a children's examination, which you passed. Well done. Right. Right, down here. Okay. You made a substantial commitment to the developed communities. Great project. That's nice. Okay. A Tagalog poet, Bondok, traveling through my lands, approaches me with a Chinese text. Huangdi, I've heard tale of your rich poetry tradition, but I cannot decipher your people's writings. He begins reading the scroll in a thick accent, and the problem becomes apparent. He reads from left to right, while traditional Chinese script is vertical. Courtiers watch and giggle as he continues with a flurry of his words. I can fetch him a tutor, and he learns my language. I can say that was a laugh. Or I can learn his language immediately, and then start speaking in his language. Okay. In the Austronesian language. I guess I could, yeah. I'll just learn his language. I have another son. Okay. Well, join the list of sons. Right. Imperial favor. I think Tao won. Yeah. Definitely think he won. Hey, this now gives me more monthly prestige. Not necessary, but it's okay. Right, over here. What have we got? Hold mystical communion? Definitely. Definitely. Right. Clear that. I can have suspicious rumors about myself. That's okay. I'll take my 300 learning lifestyle experience, which now gives me Defender of the Faith. Diplomacy per level of devotion, which gives me 5 points of diplomacy. Nice. I have a new Horse Lord, which means I need a new worthy successor to Horse Lord, and I don't have anybody who's worthy. Right. Wonderful. Carrying on. They've decided that they're going to move away from the straight crossing, which now means that I can just attack them. Very nice of them. Tribute mission. What destiny lies ahead? High Chiefess Yutu Taru enters the Great Hall for entourage, eager to present her tribute. A luscious concubine presented as Maminaku by the looks of it. Her looks may be nothing out of the ordinary, but the glint in her eye still intrigues me. A vigorous posture implies the woman can stand her ground for better or worse. Okay, it looks like she's about to die. Okay. Okay, you can be a concubine, that's fine. Or flowers. High Chiefess Yutu Taru starts shifting from foot to foot as she awaits my decision, throwing occasional side-eye towards Maminaku. My mind wanders slightly as I coyly linger on her curves and attributes. As the blood starts rushing to my cheeks, I force myself to focus on the matter at hand. What should I bestow upon High Chiefess Ututaru for bringing us this delicious tribute? I can give her an artifact, land grants, and give her suzerain trade posts, reaffirm you, or accept this, or refuse to accept this mediocrity. Okay, you can have a technological advancement. We have a daughter, Yu Yun Yang. Okay, cool. Winning more battles. This is their first teething. We will let them keep their own milk tooth. Right, and then let's de-siege this. They have 22,000 troops left, which means they have 6,000 there, 2,000. Must be like another. Yeah, there's another few over here as well. was going to say there must have been like another group of them somewhere hiding. Right. Take the siege back. Right. There we go. And then we want to head kind of up here-ish to wherever the biggest group is. Yeah, to there. Kind of want to head to right there. Wonderful. Clear these out. What have you invited me to? A coronation. Don't need to go. I'm busy. Right, consult heaven. I can add progress towards expansion. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Cool. Do another local examination if we need to. I don't need the legitimacy immediately, so I'm not going to hold one right now. Should hold capital ones whenever we get the opportunity, but other people can hold local examinations, so it's not as much of a priority. Right. How are we looking in the whole cycle here? So we're back to 850 due to reasons. I think somebody swayed. Yeah, I think there was at least a sway in there. Might be a major plague. Yeah, I think major plague plus a sway would have got us back to where we were. Okay. How's our legitimacy looking? Is it moving things away right now? Expected legitimacy level 12. I don't know whether we were at 12 before, but anyway. Let's see. I have a daughter called G. Okay. Do I want to siege that back? No, I don't think that's relevant to us, actually. Surety of supply. We can have well-provisioned armies. Yeah, okay. Dependable network. We can get well-provisioned armies. Let's do that. Okay, new martial perk. Absolute control. So if we have 100 control in a province, we now get extra bonuses. So if I check, say, our capital here. Somebody suggested a new capital for us. We'll worry about that in a bit. But we now have absolute control, and absolute gives us an extra bonus to tax if we have a look somewhere. 10%, there you go, and to levies as well, which is pretty nice. Right, that's actually, yeah, that's your first army to go to. Or, yeah, first one to defeat. New Dynasty banner got Zealot vassal tax contribution. Alright. That's cool, I guess. I can hold court. Might do. Right, defeat this army. Now you're going for this army over here. Okay. We're getting there. We have taken war score now, which is good for us. The U Treasury. Time has come to revisit the Imperial budget. Minister Cheng Yangong stands before me, brow furrowed, ledger in hand. A small army of aides trail behind him, burdened with scrolls, tomes, and fiscal notes. My sovereign lord, we must go over our expenses and prepare a new budget for the treasury. I fear the matter cannot wait. It's been several years since the last budget was put into effect. We'll keep the allocations the same. Apparently my concubine might be sleeping with someone else. She would never disrespect me thusly. Let's just say that. Court grandeur is now at level 8, which is great. That now means that we are just one below, so we're only taking the courtly vassal opinion hit right now. What do you want to make me? Regalia. Sure, go for it. What do you want to make me? Armor. Okay, whatever. Go make whatever you want to make. Nope, no to that request. Right, my son learned the Thai language. Okay. And we'll take the siege here. Back over to this army. I've lost my Grand Mentor and my Court Chronicler. Okay, Grand Mentor is going to be you now. And my Grand Scribe is going to be you. Wonderful. Oh, do I have a Hermit, by the way? Sagacious Recluse? Nope. Okay, let's go. Be invited to her coronation. Nah, I'm okay. It's fine. I'm probably going to attack you at some point soon. Right. Name to remember. We will make my concubine like us more. Okay. You would like to give me stuff. Thank you very much for all of that stuff you gave me, including the renown. Report event available. Came to me in a dream. Generous Huangdi, let me express all my gratitude and bring you very good tidings. I've been thoroughly enjoying the quarters you've assigned me. They are so spacious I can pace around while thinking and work undisturbed at leisure. The view in the garden is so breathtakingly inspiring, and the bed, oh, the bed is so comfortable I feel like sleeping on a cloud. In fact, a heavenly inspiration to make your lamellar armor even better just came to me while I was sleeping. I need to hurry back to work. Okay, so we now get a better armor artifact. Cool. Right. I do apologize, by the way, if I'm skipping through these events too quickly for people. It's just, there are a lot of events. Like, there's an absurdly large number of events right now, and we're getting them every 2 seconds. So it's like, yeah, trying to do the war and the events and the everything else. It's like, it's just a lot of stuff happening all at once here. By heaven, woman, leave me alone. The peaceful atmosphere is shattered by Kai Si Shun yelling as she storms through the courtyard. So this is with the inspiration. So let's say this one. So we'll convince Kai Si Shun to listen to Chang Sheng and try and get them to make a better artifact. They refuse to listen. Okay. Zizhou, rumblings in the deep. Word reaches me of a great disturbance in the prefecture of Zizhou. The earth beneath the region shakes and trembles, with cracks forming in the surface. Well, that's not good. Small structures have begun to topple over. Denizens of the prefecture grow restless, harming organizational efforts, and in spite of their panic, I must endeavor to minimize the damage done and prepare for the oncoming destruction. An earthquake will soon strike Zizhou. Okay. Oh, there's another improve the Great Wall. People have said maybe I need to conquer some land that I can then upgrade stuff in. That's great and all, but like, why does it keep creating projects that we can't do? Where is... Oh, there it is. That'll work. Is there anything I can pre-do for this one? No. It's going to happen by the 19th of March. When can I do this? Shape the dynastic cycle, September. That's going to suck. we might hit division this episode. I'm trying to think what I can do to stop it. I don't really know, because I need the stuff to stop the earthquake. Like, our options are not fantastic. Yeah. The synthesize area thing finishing would be nice. Yeah, more power swayed towards conservative. I guess I could try and sway it back, but... But even if I ask him to join, it doesn't actually give us any benefit right now. Well, if I check here, yeah, conservative has quite a few chunks now, actually. Alright. And is it the natural disaster starting that moves it, or is it natural disaster yearly? Natural disaster yearly, right? Yeah, it's 35 per year. That sucks. Wildlife in flight. Animals in Zizhou have begun a mass exodus as the quaking beneath their habitat threatens their survival. Birds have started an early migration of flocks, blotting out the light in the sky. Some people follow the animals' path seeking safety, but many residents remain in their homes, clinging to the hope that the tremors will pass. Well, this isn't going to be good. The Earth's Wrath. The quivers in Zizhou have reached their apex, wreaking havoc on the land. Homes and other edifices overturn en masse. Many, that should be, who attempt to flee are crushed by the tumbling rubble. Destruction triggers a devastating chain of events, with fires and civil unrest breaking out. Brave souls attempt to save those under the rubble, only to lose their own lives to the billowing smoke and fire across the prefecture. Yeah, that sucks. Can I... Oh, impact ends in April. Okay, well. Friends to the end. This guy's a caring friend of mine, and he can give me a medium health boost. I'll take a medium health boost. Death toll second impact. The realm was above with terror-filled rumors of the Zizhou earthquake. Halls and towers have fallen, burying lords and their households. The death toll is grave even among the nobility. So a bunch of people have just died, mostly in House Wang. Okay. I'm not lucky to be alive. I'm nowhere near it. It's like, I'm lucky to be alive. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. The earthquake was here, right? Oh, wait. The earthquake's actually up here now? Wait, I thought it was down here. But it's up here. Never mind, I am lucky. I'm quite close. Exodus. Victims of the Zaijo... You know why I was being stupid? The reason I thought it was over here is because that's where the button was. I think. Anyway. Victims of the Zaijo earthquake make haste in finding safety, leaving their old lives behind. With a few remaining to ensure safety in order of the region, bad actors reign free, and terrorized survivors ruling over the area is no longer possible. So Exodus for the duration of the reconstruction. Okay, reconstruction. You cannot request great project contribution until we get to the next phase. And we don't get to the next phase until 18th of April. Alright, 18th of April it is. You want creative freedom for your thing. Someone will ensure its quality. It was a lower quality. Death toll 3rd impact. House Zhao died. Interesting. Okay, I am lucky to be alive. More Exodus. More death toll. Okay. Progress undone. Years of investment and the fruits of back-breaking labor in the region are undone in the blink of an eye. Families abandon their ancestral homes as all that remains is rubble. Chroniclers lament the loss of sacred and rare treasures along with the military's vital stockpile of supplies. The innocent run as debris rains from the sky only to be swallowed by plumes of dark, suffocating smoke. Buildings that have stood immovable for an aeon now lie in ruin, their shattered remains entirely unrecognizable. Disaster in the region adds -50 progress towards division. Yay! That's good. That's nice. I guess that's to counter the fact that it's going to give you a yearly natural disaster penalty. Okay. Oh, completed recovery project for natural disaster? Was that? No, that was the other one. So we just got a -50 that's not even listed. Because that's not this. Because that was the previous. That was the -50 for the previous great project, right? I don't know. Anyway. The aftermath. The earth falls silent and the ground in Zaijo no longer trembles. What was once a thriving prefecture now lies in ruin, with only a handful of buildings left standing. There is a sense of relief, but it is without question the region is a shell of its former self. The devastation will be recounted for years in the plague the souls of the survivors. Okay. You can go to a children's examination and fail once again. Let's do this. So now I can ask people to help. Yep, contribute. You're going to contribute. You're going to contribute. I'm not going to contribute any of this if I can help. I can spend 100 influence to get you to contribute. So what does that actually even do? You just lose negatives. Yeah, seems good. A little bit of influence there and memorial fortifications. You'll contribute. So what's this? This one is fort level. Okay. And I gain monthly renown, which is nice. Aid for victims. I gain piety monthly. Okay. And every realm county gets this aid bonus. And then here, I gain disaster resettlement domain burden. Oh. When it's done. But when it finishes, I lose that. Okay. That's not ideal, but, you know, whatever. And then here, housing reconstruction. Your Minister of Works is assigned to manage natural disaster recovery efforts. They'll be unavailable for other tasks until it's finished. But you can get an economic boom afterwards. Keeper of Order, I get direct vassal opinion. And Survivor Recovery, I gain minus holding taxes, but I gain popular opinion. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to make her get higher prowess. You still going to your objective? Yep. Right, so a bunch of this is now funded. Cool. So that's now all funded. And it'll be complete in 58 days. Alright. That's pretty good. That's a pretty quick recovery. Tribute mission. What lies ahead? Priya Liwei enters the Great Hall with her entourage, eager to present her tribute. Her luscious concubine, presented as Darase, by the looks of it. Her looks may be nothing out of the ordinary, but the glint in her eye still intrigues me. An increasingly deep crease between her eyebrows tells me the tale of a very opinionated woman. She can be our concubine. And I will award you with technological advancements. There we go. Right, how many concubines do I have now? 16. Alright, we're getting there. They've got 6,000 soldiers left. So there's 1,000 up there, 1,600. 1,600 down here, which hopefully these guys will get to. It says 3,200. Where's the rest of their army? You're going to head up here and deal with that one. Recovery complete. Wow. The recent disaster that afflicted our land left damage that will take generations to mend. A wound felt across the land inflicted on nobles and commoners alike. We bound together to honor those who lost their lives and to restore our cities and towns. If disaster strikes again, we will be prepared. It's gone. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, I'll invest, make whatever you're making high quality. That's fine. So we did it. Yeah. But that didn't give us the minus 50, right? Nope. We already got the minus 50 from it before it started. Huh? Okay. My hammer got forest advantage. So I get +2 advantage in forests. Okay, well that doesn't seem to be working as intended, given that I finished it before I start. Like, I finished it and got I got the bonus before I finished it. That's the way I should have been saying that. Anyway, my sovereign lord, I have toiled over the forge many days and nights, but finally my work is done. It made me some armor. Did I have armor already? No. Well, this is a straight upgrade. 4 prowess. Okay. Let's grab it. And I have armor. Magnificent. It's the best armor I've ever had. And it now means that we have a whole 5 prowess again. Thanks to all of our bonuses, because old age is a severe negative. Right. Up here, we have another son called Renbao. He is handsome. Cool. The house relations changed. There's some factions that are now existing. Defeated that one. Okay. So, how many troops do you have left? 863. That'll be that one then. Go deal with the 863 down here. Right. Shape the dynastic cycle. Push away division. Definitely push away division. Right. So division has now been pushed away from. So we're now feeling much better there. And we're at 1,000 for expansion. That's good. That's definitely good. Martial perk. Overseer. We get martial stewardship, control growth, and plague resistance. Do I need anything else in here? I don't know if I need any strategist stuff. I don't know if I need any of this either, to be honest. I might just go stewardship and just start getting bonuses here. And maybe architect, war profiteer, things like that. Let's get vassal faction commitment and enemy agent acceptance there. And let's just switch over to that one. Do I have anything on that's increasing my martial lifestyle? Don't believe so. Nope. And then on here, I might have a book. Nope. Okay. None of that. Cool. Right. Carrying on. Another concubine is pregnant. Okay. Oh, somebody also warned me. Apparently, there is a problem with having a ton of children. Which is that they're all siblings of each other, right? Which means if you happen to get a plague or a natural disaster and it kills like 10 of them, what suddenly happens is that everybody takes like a 50 stress penalty and it ends up killing the rest via stress. It's, yeah, it's definitely something to watch out for. Not a problem for us, because we only take 2 stress at max from any event, but yeah, could be a problem for others. Our Han Regalia is finished. Diplomacy per level of fame. Ooh. That is nice. Okay. That's better than our current one. Yeah, I'll take another 5 diplomacy. No, it's 72 diplomacy. Everyone as a baseline gets 64 general opinion of us. Also, we have now won this war. Enforced demands after so long. Okay, we've imprisoned this guy, and people say I should keep him in prison. Yeah, keep everybody who's in charge of the peasant revolt in prison. Okay, we can do that, and then disband our army. Right. Apparently, I have a dangerous faction. But their leader's in prison, right? So that should mean that it can't fire, because the leader's in prison. Is that correct? It disbanded them. Yes. Okay. Cool. Do I want to hold court? I guess so, yeah. Fair share. It's no secret that Kaifeng is the envy of the world, but not all of your realm is so fortunate. In CA, for instance, the fields are barren with nary a soul to attend them. Doesn't interest me. Oath of fealty. My heralds announced the arrival of a neighboring petty ruler, Racha Nong Jije of Shiyun. Your Grace, I have come to humbly pledge my realm to you. If you would accept my terms, I will serve you as a faithful lord of you in exchange for your protection. May our two great houses prosper by this arrangement. You want to be my vassal? Yeah, okay. That's fine. And that's it. Okay. Did we only get one event there, or did we get 3? Oh, sorry, did we only get 2 events there, or did we get 3? I can't remember. I think we only got 2. I'm starting to question my own memory of what literally just happened. Okay, you, I'm going to grant you this vassal. There you go. Your problem now. Wonderful. And I've expanded a little bit. Let's have a look at the de jure hegemony. It is de jure hegemony, right? I pressed the hotkey and then realized I wasn't sure I was right. No, so we need everything that's in Zia. Zia and Great Liao. Then and in Dali. Yeah, so we've got everything that's outside of these 3 big realms. But yeah, we would definitely like them at some point. Okay, we're up to 1145 here, and we're at 1765 here. I still only had 1 natural disaster thing. Tributary invalidated, that's fair, because they're no longer my tributary, they're now my vassal's vassal. This needs a worthy successor, which we can now search for again. Right, iridescent stone needs repaired. Sure, why not? That's fine. We have money, it's probably a good time to upgrade our men-at-arms. And just, get these fully upgraded. These guys need to go sit somewhere as well. Go here. You're going to sit here. Right. Then I'm just going to spend a huge amount of money. Is there like a hotkey to make it go quicker? Nope, you just have to keep clicking. It's kind of satisfying to click the button. There we go. Let's go with this for now. I don't know if I'm happy with these men-at-arms, but I'm just going to upgrade them for now. We get so much money, I should just spend it, basically. Right, we need to upgrade something here. Let's upgrade this. We're now going up to the Gate of Accomplishment. Nice. Faction, the Yellow Turban Rebellion. So it looks like I can now get rid of the people in my prison. Because they are no longer part of anything. Yeah, it looks like I can probably just let them all go now. Or kill them all. Yeah, okay. There we go. Did I get any tyranny for that? Hopefully not. Let's have a look. No tyranny. Nice. Okay. War declared on vassal. That's fine. So you like me 100 and you're still in here. Folded to a holder folded to a peasant faction plus 100 personality. And the other ones are control in the region. Yeah, and well, popular opinion basically. Yeah, you just kind of hate me. So this prefecture is where? Here. I'm going to send my marshal there to improve control. And I'm going to send you there to convert the faith. Let's do that. Right. Children's examination. Failed it. Betrothed can marry. My granddaughter can marry this person. That seems acceptable. Do we have... if I go and have a look at my... I have 81 house relations now. Is there any way of sort... Like, it doesn't appear to be a way of sorting this. It's just like they're all just in one pile. Okay, anyway. I was wondering if I wanted to upgrade my house aspiration. I have a lot... Oh no, actually I don't have as much... that was piety. I don't have as much influence. I just wonder if I want to upgrade it because it makes my house members get more bonuses, but... not really that bothered, to be honest. Right. Oh, improve the Great Wall. Nope, cancel that one. Take another shot at it later. Right. Okay. Tribute mission. Priya Sasaban enters the Great Hall for entourage. So where's she actually from? Where's your land? Oh, over there. I see. So these are where all these people are coming from with tributes. She would like to give me this person as a concubine. I accept. And I will give you technological advancements. How's my legitimacy looking? 6,000 of 6,000. Fantastic. How's our royal court looking? Our royal court is just about to hit rank 9. Perfect. Okay. I think we're starting to get there. We have another daughter called Ting Ting. And one called Nizi. Okay. I have way too many children. We have 29 children in total. Well, I mean, we don't have 29 alive children, but we have 29. My god, and so many of them are young. Because you can actually see, like, it's like you have this person here, and then you have the concubine. Like, I think it's like these two, actually it might even be like, yeah, it's you, right? You have this guy right here, Wenju, and then you have the concubine era. Yeah, wow. Okay. Domestic disputes. I'm gonna just tell this person to calm down. That always works. Right. People are getting introduced to witchcraft, and I'm gonna upgrade this to the max rank. So when increasing in merit rank, gain 300 prestige, piety, and influence, personal movement power per level of splendor goes up by 15, and disciple limit goes up by 3. Or I think this is cumulative, so it is up by 3. It was currently up by 2. And my domicile income's at 20% now, which is quite nice. Question of loyalty. I think that my concubine might be cheating on me. Is she? No. Okay, that's nice. Stewardship perk. Grab centralization to increase development growth in the realm capital. Alright, yeah, realm capital. Somebody told me there's another place to look for. Let's see here. Okay, so I found it, but you cannot find it using the title search. So this is what it is. It's Chang'an. But you can't find it using the title search because it's this one over here, which is actually in the prefecture of Jingjiao. And this is the one that people have suggested. So it doesn't seem better than our current one, because this giant wild goose pagoda is the special building here. And it seems like it's fine, like it's pretty good. If we go and have a look at our one, we have Kaifeng Palace, which is giving us significantly better bonuses currently. Like, it would take a lot to move me from here, given the holding taxes and the stewardship bonuses. And this just doesn't seem to be doing it. Unless it's got a special... No, it's just got the normal duchy buildings here. So I don't know. Maybe there's some other reason why this is hugely good. I did see that it's the starting point if you play in an earlier, like, start. If that makes sense, if you play with the Tang Dynasty as the start. So it could be that it has different stuff if it's the capital on game start. It does also have this in it as well, the mausoleum, but for now, I think this is best. Unless, of course, this palace just follows you. In which case, I don't know. That would be fun. That would be great, but I don't think that's the case. But I'm assuming that in the earlier starts, this one has a palace and it has the pagoda, right? That would be my guess, but I might be wrong. Anyway, for now I think we're going to stick with things the way they are. And then we're going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.